Who hasn't heard of Harley Davidson? This American giant has introduced us to various motorcycle styles, from choppers to cruisers and street bikes. Established around 120 years ago, Harley Davidson has been a staple for police and military institutions in the U.S., providing them with suitable vehicles. In 1959, the Berliner Motor Corporation approached Ducati to create a rival to Harley Davidson that could be sold to police departments across the U.S. and also marketed as a touring motorcycle for the general public. According to writer Greg Field, based on interviews with Mike Berliner, Berliner even sent 2 Harley Davidsons to Italy as examples to help Ducati design a prototype that would resemble Harley Davidson in both design and engine. Fabio Taglioni was tasked with developing a motorcycle that met U.S. police specifications and was larger than the current Harley Davidson models. Taglioni decided to use a 90-degree air-cooled V4 engine with 2 valve heads and a 180-degree crankshaft with large roller bearings. This crankshaft was housed in a horizontally split wet sump crankcase with a central main bearing support. The engine had a bore of 84.5 millimeters and a stroke of 56 millimeters, with valve actuation via push rods and rocker arms. While Berliner was enthusiastic about the prototype, Ducati's management was hesitant due to the high costs involved in developing a motorcycle, especially one meant to compete with the well-established Harley Davidson, known for its large displacement engines and 4-cylinder designs. The project only moved forward in 1961 after Berliner agreed to cover part of the development costs. They decided to name it Apollo in honor of NASA's Apollo missions happening at the time. The Ducati Apollo V4 was the first Ducati motorcycle to use an air-cooled V4 engine. This engine had a capacity of 1,256 cubic centimeters and could reach speeds of over 200 kilometers per hour. Interestingly, it did not use Ducati's signature desmodromic valve system. The engine was developed to meet the American market's demand for powerful, high-performance motorcycles. Unfortunately, only 2 units of the Ducati Apollo V4 were ever made. The first prototype encountered serious issues with tires that couldn't handle the engine's power, leading to the project's cancellation before mass production. Nevertheless, these prototypes stand as a testament to Ducati's ambition and innovation during that era. The only surviving unit of the Ducati Apollo V4, which has been restored, is now displayed at the Ducati Museum. This restoration was made possible by Hiroaki Iwashita, a dedicated Ducati collector and enthusiast. Thanks to his efforts, this legendary motorcycle can be seen and appreciated by new generations of motorcycle fans. Hiroaki Iwashita saved this sole prototype and brought it to the Ducati Museum for public viewing. The motorcycle was restored by Giuliano Pedretti and his team, who worked diligently to get it running again. Iwashita-san purchased the motorcycle from Domi Racer Inc. in 1986 for $17,000. It was then kept in his private collection in Japan until 1995, when it was displayed at a vintage motorcycle show in Tokyo. This exhibition caught Ducati's attention, leading them to borrow the motorcycle for display in their museum. Ducati decided to bring the Apollo to the UK to run at the Goodwood Festival of Speed in front of 120,000 spectators. However, due to family commitments, journalist Alan Cathcart from Drive Mag Riders couldn't ride it at the event. Instead, Alan was invited to Bologna to ensure the bike was in working order. The Ducati Apollo V4 was tested in Bologna, providing an opportunity to experience the bike's performance firsthand. Despite its outdated technology and design compared to modern motorcycles, riding the Apollo V4 still left a lasting impression. This bike demonstrated Ducati's constant effort to push the boundaries of technology and design. The Apollo V4 featured a 90-degree V4 engine design with a 180-degree crankshaft and large bearings. This engine was mounted on a strong, open cradle frame with suspension developed by Siriani. Even though the technology was outdated, the design remained impressive. The bike was equipped with a 5-speed transmission, which was innovative for its time. Although it was never mass-produced, the Ducati Apollo V4 had a significant influence on other Ducati models. The technology and design developed for the Apollo V4 laid the foundation for future Ducati motorcycles, highlighting the importance of innovation in the motorcycle industry. One of the biggest challenges in developing the Apollo V4 was the tire issue. The tires available at the time couldn't handle the engine's power, leading to the project's cancellation. This underscores the importance of supporting components in motorcycle development. The Apollo V4 was equipped with a 1,256 cubic centimeter engine, producing 100 brake horsepower and capable of reaching speeds over 200 kilometers per hour. The bike also featured a 5-speed transmission, which was innovative for its time. With a dry weight of 270 kilograms and a wheelbase of 1,554 millimeters, the Apollo V4 was a large and heavy motorcycle. Although not commercially successful, the Apollo V4 showcased the great potential of V4 engines in motorcycles. It paved the way for the development of V4 engines in the motorcycle industry. This bike symbolizes Ducati's ambition and innovation, making it an important part of motorcycle history. So, what are your thoughts on Ducati's innovation in creating this 4-cylinder engine prototype? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.